Hi, guys. Oh no, I don't have my mic plugged in. Is it going to let me change it? Welcome to a live stream with Nisha where chaos is normal. Aha. Okay. Sound should be good now. Hi, Betsy. Hey, Carrie. I'm a little early, but I'm here already, so why not get started? Oh, happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope your week is off to a very good start. Mine is, except for I've been super busy and working. If you're in the PhD community, I've been working on the challenge stuff when what I really want to do is go back to the garden center and buy some more plants because clearly I do not have enough. Also, if you can see in the background, my indoor plants are being neglected and I'm working on that. But yeah, I just kind of left them to their own devices. Oops. Yeah. I just got some mail. Well, no, that's not true. I got this package, I think, a month ago. And the kids were always around, and I wanted to open it when I could really, because there was a letter and I wanted to read the letter. So, Beth, if you're watching this on the replay or if you're in the comments, I finally opened your package you sent me. This is lovely. Thank you so much. Sent me this little bookshelf dilly. Look at this sticker. Homestead Living. I will be in my office. Obviously, I'm in my other office today, but after this is over, hoping to go outside and be in that office. She also sent me some Homestead sweatshirts, or a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. Look at this. This is so cute. Homestead Mama. And it's so cozy. So thank you. Holly, also, if you're here, thank you for everything that you've sent me over the past few months. You guys are too good to me. I truly appreciate it and love the sweet note. She put these, this was the card that she put in there. Peonies, if you're proper, which I'm not, as you know. Whew, I just ate, had some fried eggs. Also, I just got done filming a What I Eat in a Day vlog just for you guys. And so that should be up this coming week if I get done editing it. So you can look forward to that. I am drinking my usual Element electrolytes, the raw unflavored. Element is the sponsor of this live stream, so thank you so much to Element for sponsoring. It really makes me more willing to do a live stream when someone's telling me to do it, even though I enjoy these. I always say that. I do enjoy live streams. I don't know what my problem is, but I'm drinking Element raw with a unflavored sparkling water, and then I just put a lemon slice over here. For those of you who are just not wanting to put lemon in your electrolytes or your water to zhuzh it up a bit, if you just stick the lemon on the side, you kind of get a hint of the lemon without actually squeezing juice in there. Some people are very strict. As you well know, I am not. So I allow to have a slice of lemon in my electrolyte water because the raw unflavored don't have any flavors. They're salty, but they're not a flavor. So they do have other ones. You guys probably know all this already. Watermelon, citrus, orange, raspberry. What's the other one? Did I say citrus? And then they come out with seasonal flavors as well. Chocolate salt. I put that in my coffee sometimes. It's very tasty. It smells really, really good. And it tastes really good. And it looks cute, right? This is cute. So if you are okay with lemons, consider putting a slice of lemon either in your water or on the side of your water with your electrolytes because it really, I don't know, makes it feel special and fresh. And then we're almost into summer. So I'm going to be drinking more electrolytes, and I just kind of like to play around with them. You don't have to just use them in your water. I have used them to make popsicles. I have used some of their weird flavors. Habanero mango, I think is what it's called. I've put that on my avocado before in my guacamole. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can use these electrolytes for. So give it a go. You can click the QR code. I always get it wrong. QR. This is so incredibly hard. QR code right here. Then that will give you the link to the free sample pack with any purchase. Or you can go to the link on the screen, which is drinklmnt.com/Nisha. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. And they will send you a free sample pack. They also do a money back guarantee, no questions asked, which is pretty amazing. So if you want to try them, you get them and you hate them, which is pretty rare. Most people love them. They'll just give you your money back. So it's really cool. So thanks again to LMNT for being the sponsor of today's live stream. Let's have some questions, guys. I'm a little snotty for some reason. It's the pollen. It just keeps me that way. Usually I would have a headache, but I don't have a headache. Back in the day, this was like, I was just going to be constantly sick in the springtime. I was going to have a sinus infection. I was going to have an upper respiratory infection. I was going to have to be on antibiotics and maybe even get a shot. That never happens anymore. I just get a little bit snotty. Christy, haven't lost very much weight in 3 weeks of carnivore. Is that normal? I don't know what your definition of not very much weight would be. It's both is common. Some people lose a lot of water weight right off the bat. Some people don't lose any weight for a month or two. And some people slowly drop and then have a big whoosh is what Nurse Cindy would call it. And then, level off and then have another few pounds. Weight loss does not look like this. Weight loss looks like this. And that is normal. So I would say it's probably fine. If it continues, you just stop losing weight, then I would track your macros for a week and also consider looking into how much dairy you're consuming. Carrie, I would never say to fast for 70 days, but people do fast for very long periods of time with water. But that is not something I would ever take. Plus, I don't think you would benefit from that, Carrie. But, people do it all the time. Katie. Hey, Nisha. Just wanted to say I'm loving the new content. So happy you're driving straight into your passion project. It is inspiring. Garden is coming along. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm having the best time. It's so crazy that, I've been gardening, but I was not a gardener. And I think there is a massive difference. Every day I look forward to getting up, making my coffee, and me and Bonnie, we walk the property and look to see if things have grown, what new things have sprouted through the ground. We spritz our little seedlings, and she has her own buckets that she's making. She's planting seedlings. If something comes up from her little pack that I got her, I will be shocked because the kid she's poked probably 500 seeds. I just bought some random seeds that were like on clearance and some old seeds that I had that I'm pretty sure I didn't store properly, so they weren't good. But, I don't feel like that's a waste. Her being able to practice planting seeds. She's not getting my good seeds, but she's had a good time. And I'm so glad that you're enjoying the content. I appreciate that. Jamie, can you suggest a good protein shake? If you are someone who needs a protein shake for whatever reason, I don't drink them. I prefer to chew my protein. But for special occasions, I make ice cream and stuff like that with the Ninja Creamy before I broke it, or Beckett broke it. And I use Equip Premier Prime protein. It's beef isolate. And their chocolate flavor is just amazing. I'd have a discount code. I think it's Nisha. Lillian, I love vicariously gardening and farming with you. I have a brown thumb. Since going carnivore, no excuse to grow plants. That is not true. And no one has a brown thumb. Okay? Everything is a learning experience. I think more people just are more comfortable with it. But no, it's totally. And yes, there is a reason to. I am not going to eat this. This is a plant. I'm not going to eat that back there. It's a plant. Flowers are beautiful and the pollinators need them. And there's always a reason to grow a plant, whether you eat them or not. Gardening is so much more than eating the fruit off of a tomato plant or whatever. It's so much more than that. And I think if you're a gardener or you've been gardening for a long time, like you totally understand what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, then that maybe doesn't make any sense to you. But probably the lowest on the reasons I garden and have started really gardening a lot, like the last on the list is because I want to eat the tomato. It's the process. And then I love a homegrown tomato. If you've ever had a homegrown tomato, you get it. But it's the process. Hey, Ray Ray. Oh, Janet, I know. Janet says, how do you make your salad dressing using bacon grease? All right, I'm going to do this video. I swear to you, I'm going to. But it's very easy. So all you do is you make your salad, put all your stuff in there, and then you heat up your bacon grease. Just, there's a fly. Get off of me! You heat up your bacon grease just a tit. Just a wee bit. All right, you don't have to have it piping hot. Bacon grease turns into a liquid very easily. So just like maybe 5 seconds in the microwave, maybe 10, where it's a thin consistency. And then you pour that over your salad and you toss it and you add whatever seasonings that you want. Like if you want to put some salt and pepper in there or whatever, boom. That's it. It's that easy. MJ, I love the Element Raw and have been using that. However, there is a post about hidden things being in there. Is that true? So the raw unflavored has nothing in it except for electrolytes because there's no need to add other things. And the flavors, they add what's called a carrier agent, and the carrier agent that they use is maltodextrin, which some people get really, really upset about. And I'm sorry, I don't get upset about that. But this one doesn't even have that carrier agent in it. And also the flavors have citric acid, which some people can be sensitive to. If you're enjoying the raw and flavor, there's absolutely nothing in here except for potassium, sodium, and magnesium. So you're good. If you're worried about maltodextrin, try the raw and flavored like I do. It's delicious. I mean, I love it. I have been drinking the raw and flavored now for, I don't know, 2 years. I just stopped liking sweet drinks for some reason. I don't know. I'm not anti-flavored water. I like the bubbly and I like Waterloo and I like LaCroix, but I'm always using the raw unflavored, not the flavored. However, they've got a new flavor coming out and you will see me drink that one because maltodextrin is like the least of my worries. It's a negligible amount in my opinion, and I'm not concerned about it, but some people are. What is up, Denise from Liverpool, England? Love your content. Thank you so much. I love England. The UK, actually, but I've only ever been to London. That's not true. I've been to Bath and Stonehenge, whatever town that's in, and like the in-between parts. And the countryside in England is just, my goodness. I had my head up against the window because we rode on a double-decker bus. We were on like a tour thing to Stonehenge and Bath Abbey. And from the outside, if anybody saw me, I mean, I was plastered up against that window because it was just so beautiful. The new house is inspired by that trip and the gardens. So last time we went to London, we actually went during the Chelsea, I want to say it's called the Chelsea Garden Show. Is that right? You'll probably know what I'm talking about. And oh my goodness. And we walked through all the bougie part. I was like, someone's going to get me. We're not supposed to be here. But we're just on the sidewalk. But I would look into their front gardens. No one was ever in those gardens. Ever. And I was just blown away at how beautiful the roses there are, the size of my head. Anyways, I'm very inspired from my last trip to have a garden like that. I guess it's called a cottage garden. That's very trendy. But I didn't know it was called that until like recently. So Ooh, I'm behind. Vicky, how long for keto to start helping lower blood pressure? Not a lot of feedback out there. Ken Berry, my lovely husband, has several videos on keto and blood pressure. It takes time. You didn't get high blood pressure overnight. It's not going to go away overnight. It is a process. How consistently are you eating keto? Are you counting your carbs? And are you managing your stress? I didn't say get rid of your stress. That is impossible. Stress is a part of life. Manage your stress, which is also a process and doesn't happen overnight. Amy, you always have the cutest clothes. Where do you like to shop? Thanks, Amy. So 90% of the outfits that I wear on repeat, if you watch any of my videos, I'm wearing a tank top. And all of those are from Skims, which I get from Nordstrom because I have points. So Skims tank tops, Skims t-shirts, and then my shorts I get from Hollister, or I got from Hollister. I've had them for like 4 years now. I need to buy new ones. They're looking pretty rough. And then I love any of my summer like sundresses are usually from Abercrombie. They have really pretty ones, and they usually have a 40% off sale, like at the beginning of spring, in the middle of summer, and that's when I'll stock up on those dresses. And then I've built quite a collection over the last few years, so now I have a lot of beautiful sundresses, which are going to look really pretty in pictures when my garden is. This shirt is from Nordstrom. Most everything is either from Nordstrom or Abercrombie. Carol, what's a good meat-based breakfast? I'm quitting cereal, and so far yogurt replacement leaves me starving till dinner. Bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs. Bacon and sausage. Sausage and eggs. Just sausage. Just bacon. Just eggs. All of those things. And you can even, you can do crustless quiche. You can do egg scramble, which is where you saute like peppers and onions and scramble your eggs like that. I mean, bacon and eggs is going to always be the best thing to have for breakfast, especially if you're looking for nutrition and satiety. What's up, neighbor in Murray, Kentucky? Dr. Berry is not taking new patients and probably won't be for the foreseeable future. But we do have a friend here in Dixon, Tennessee that is taking new patients. Her name is Amanda Decker. She's a nurse practitioner, and she follows a proper human diet guidebook. Basically, she's going to do exactly what Dr. Berry would do. In fact, Dr. Berry is at that office every now and then. Well, we were just there. We're there about once a month. He doesn't see patients there, but he does come and kind of talk her. We all talk about keto together, and we have dinner together and all that good stuff. She's good people. She also goes live inside of our PhD community. So you can ask her questions in there and get to know her. If you're like, I don't know if I want to drive all the way to Tennessee to meet this woman or fly, you can come join our community here, PhD Health Dog Community, and get to know her. And I think you'll love her. Dr. Berry does still practice. He is still licensed, and he still sees some patients, just not very many. And they have to be very special to him, meaning like we know them personally. But yeah. You also can ask him these questions. Now, this is the last Dr. Berry question I'm answering because I don't want to talk about him. I live with him. Somebody asked me a fun question. Hey, Lorraine from Queensland, Australia. 5 a.m. there. That's so crazy. Every time I see somebody from the other side of the world on one of my live streams, I'm just like, wow. What a time to be alive, right? Carol, do you have a favorite dinner these days? Yeah. Grilled steak. So we bought me a real cheapo charcoal grill, which you're going to see in the next What I Eat in a Day vlog that should be posted this week. And I've been grilling basically everything I eat on. It's a charcoal grill, and I marinate. I'll show you my marinade in this What I Eat in a Day vlog on repeat. This is what I've been eating: bacon and eggs for breakfast, that keeps me full most of the time till dinner, like 4 or 5. And then I grill a bunch of steaks. Last night I did steaks and shrimp. The night before that I did this fly. I did steaks and hamburgers and hot dogs for the kids. What else have I cooked on there? Pork chops. Done pork chops on the grill. Anything on the grill, basically. Man, you just can't beat meat off of the grill. Lillian, any new books? Lillian knows how to get on my good side. Yes. This is what I'm reading right now. Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. I really thought that was different. It's Kingsolver. I've been saying the wrong name for like a week. This is a retelling of David Copperfield, essentially. Set in Kentucky or West Virginia, Appalachia. And I'm pretty sure, I kind of went into this blind, but I've heard so many good things about it without knowing truly. All I knew was it was a David Copperfield retelling. Love David Copperfield, so I thought I'd love this. I'm pretty sure it's the tale of a boy who grows up. I'm 3 or 4 chapters in, so I'm not real deep into it. I think the premise is like set up to be about when OxyContin was like taking over all these small communities and everybody was becoming addicted, and it was like an epidemic in those communities. I think. Story of a boy. Wow. I swear I'm literate. Story of a boy born to a teenage single mother in a single wide trailer, no assets beyond his father's good looks and copper-colored hair. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot in here, but I'm pretty sure somebody told me that it's about that, the drug epidemic, the prescription drug epidemic, which that is interesting to me in itself. This one, what? Pulitzer? Oh, it won the Pulitzer Prize. And Oprah's Book Club, which means absolutely nothing to me, but good for her. You were not a fan of that book? Oh, I'm loving it. Like, I'm obsessed already. And I swear I'm maybe 4 chapters into it. But I'm from Hillbilly, Tennessee. So maybe I can see, like, people in it. Like, I can't relate to it. Like, obviously, I wasn't raised by a drug addict. But I can relate to the culture, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. I really like it. Hi, Meg. What are some of your favorite flowers in your garden? You introduced me to petunias. They're so pretty. Love your garden. I introduced you to petunias. Huge honor. Thank you for telling me that. That's like someone saying I introduced them to a Court of Thorns and Roses. Like, whoa, give me a gold star. Yeah, petunias are my favorite because specifically the super petunias, because, man, they blow up. They're beautiful, full of color. The bubblegum is my favorite color. Other than petunias, my favorite flower, I don't know, because really I've grown petunias more than anything. My roses, I'm struggling to learn how to care for them. Apparently I need to fertilize them more, which I have been doing, but like last year I didn't. And I was like, why do you guys look so awful? This year I'm going to do better with my roses, hopefully. I would love to get some David Austin roses. I've planted coneflowers, echinacea, and I'm eager to see those. I think I will really love those and probably plant those every year, or hopefully they'll go to seed and come back on their own. Black-eyed Susans, any kind of wild flower, I think I'm going to really love. Me and the kids, oh my gosh. I bought these big bags of wildflowers. 25,000 seeds in each bag. And I gave each of the kids a bag, and they just went around the property and threw seeds. Chaos garden style. Will anything come up? I don't know. It was fun. We had fun. We sowed 50,000 seeds in one day, and I'm going to do that probably 3 or 4 more times. I love the wildflower look. We're not mowing our yard this year. I am doing a little weed eating, like around the areas where I'm walking constantly, but we're trying to really cut back on the mowing and let all the things grow. Tiger lilies. Yes. Tiger lilies and daylilies. We have several varieties of lilies that grow wild here. I haven't seen any lately. I think Ken planted me some. He'll do that. He planted all the buttercups, daffodils. We call them buttercups here. I know that is not what they're called, but that is what we call them here. He planted all those for me, and they come up every year. And this year he planted some lilies, he said. Lillian, this morning I had 2 over medium eggs, 7 tablespoons of butter, steamed Brussels sprouts, and up to 30 ounces of water. I still get numb feeling in my arms. Any suggestions? You need to go see your doctor. If you're feeling numb in your arms, that's something that needs to be looked at for sure. Do you get other animals that are not on your farm? What do you mean? What do you mean get? Like get to see? Like we have cows right next door that our neighbor raises, and there's horses that are not mine. And yeah, I mean there's this fly. Oh my gosh. Hey Carol, just caught up on all your videos. Love the ones of your gardens. You glow like the flowers. Oh, thank you guys. I really do feel like I'm hitting my peak. Like I feel like my 40s are going to be really cool. Outside animals like snakes. Oh yeah. I've seen so many snakes this year. Actually, funny story. Hang on. I don't like snakes. At all. Like at all. And me and the bugs, we have an understanding. If we're outside, I'm in their home, and as long as they're not trying to sting me, I leave them alone. I say hello. I move about my business. If there is a wasp or something, I just move away. I'm outside. I'm in their territory. But if a bug comes into my home, I'm going to kill it. Snakes, it's illegal to kill snakes in Tennessee. Maybe everywhere. I'm not really sure. I have never met a snake that I liked. And I told myself this year that I was going to get more knowledgeable about the types of snakes that live in our area because I've grown up here my whole life. I know there's many snakes, but when I see it, if it moves, I run. And I mean run. This year I was like, I'm going to get to know the nice snakes, the ones that aren't going to kill me. And I'm going to calm myself. Let me tell you, I've seen 4 snakes this year. Every single one of them is venomous. Every single one of them. And Ken was like, you really got to get over that. I said, acting like that when there is a snake that could bite me and my leg get amputated, like that's a rational response. It's not a green snake. It's a copperhead. Anyway, so me and the snakes, we still haven't got common ground yet. Speaking of common ground, have you watched that documentary yet? You should. And here's the interesting thing. Like they really did a good job making this not super, what's the word I'm going to use? Polarizing. Like it's a very neutral approach to something that could have been a polarizing topic. So Common Ground, go watch that tonight with your family. It's on Amazon Prime. There's several people that we follow from the homesteading community. Dr. Mark Hyman is a part of that. There's a lot of celebrities that narrate, which I could have done without that part, honestly, but I think they did that on purpose. But I was like, could have done without that part. But other than that, Common Ground, wonderful documentary. It's about regenerative agriculture, which is what we're doing here on the farm and have been doing for 4 years now. It's a process. Everything is a process. Nothing happens overnight. Just remember that. Janelle, it may be legal to kill a snake, but they'd have to catch me first. Yep. Do you drink milk? I don't know what the next word is. I use milk with protein shakes for working out. I drink lactose-free milk. A lot of people use heavy whipping cream. I can't use heavy whipping cream, and heavy whipping cream actually does have carbs, especially if you're going to drink as much as you would need for a protein shake. It would, add some carbs onto your beverage, whether you're okay with that or not. Like, I don't know. But I use lactose-free milk, which is very low carb because there's no lactose in it, which is the sugar in milk. And I use that kind of milk because heavy whipping cream makes me have cystic acne, like terrible cystic acne. And now that I have went without it for so long, I went to Starbucks 3 months ago. We never leave. And I got my usual, which is espresso over ice, double shot with a splash of heavy cream. And I couldn't drink it because the heavy cream was too much. I was like, oh, I don't like it. So funny. I used to love it. Marion says you have to get David Austin roses ordered in the fall for spring because they're so beautiful and smell the best. I have Boscabelle. See, the names of David Austin roses also. I love that. But the size of them, I mean, they're just so beautiful. Okay, so put that on my list to order them in the fall. Okay. Thank you for the tip because I really want some. And do you guys want to go see the new house? It's not done. It's not done, but it is getting close. Like they're almost to the paint stage and the flooring stage, which I hear is very good. I told Ken, I was like, I don't care if they're still working on the outside of that house. If they're done with the inside, I'm moving in. Anyways, all that to say, I was going to take you guys in a video and show you the courtyard area, which is not a courtyard right now. It's just a pile of dirt. But my vision for it, because boy, buddy, do I have a vision. I'm so excited. One of these days. How long have we been building this house, Betsy? 3 years. What are your thoughts about carnivore ice cream? That's a lot of ice cream. I think it depends on what your health goals are. I ate carnivore ice cream when I was trying to get pregnant because I was really boosting my fat. And I was this was a long time ago. This was nearly 7 years ago. Dr. Kiltz, we were all fairly new to this community. Carnivore was not what it is now. And it was hard for me to find anyone talking about carnivore and pregnancy. So I just tackled him on the internet basically when I found him and was like, whoa, tell me what to do. And so then I started doing his baby diet, which is beef, butter, bacon, eggs, and ice cream. And maybe he's added something else in there too. Anyways, that's what I did because I was going through IVF. Obviously, I got pregnant. But I think ice cream every now and then, especially if it's carnivore ice cream and you're making it at home, like there's worse things you could do. Now, if you're having ice cream every night after you eat dinner while you watch a movie, that seems like a regression and a habit. But, oh, Diana, funny you should ask, okay? So, it gets hot in Tennessee, and it's a weird, humid hot. It's not the kind of hot Arizona has, which I would never want to be there. But it is hot in a different way, like swimming through soup. All right? I don't like it. Summer is the worst. You got to get up early in the morning to do things outside or wait till after 7 to get anything done. I've always wanted a swimming pool. We had a swimming pool at our house that burned down. I got to stop saying that. We had a swimming pool at the house that someone burned down because that's what happened. Someone burned it down and they're in prison, which makes me a little happy every time I think about it. I'm still a little petty. I'm not a perfect person. Anyways, we had an above ground swimming pool and that was nice. Then we moved to Nashville after all that happened and we had like a hot tub thing, but we've never had a pool. My cousin has a really beautiful pool we go to and visit in the summer. There was just something about a pool that I didn't love. Mainly that in the winter, you have to put a tarp over it, and it's kind of ugly. This fly is going to drive me insane. Well, I found this guy on YouTube, and I bet some of you have seen this guy. All right, he's the pond guy. Craig, Jeff. One of the is a name like that. If you guys know the pond guy, like know him, please tell him that I'm looking for him and I need him to come build me a pond. Okay, so you have to see this to understand it. It's a swimming pool, but it's not. It's a natural swimming pool. It's a pond. It's a rec pond, I think is what they call it, a recreational pond. And you can put fish in there and you can go swimming, and then they make like a waterfall thing. Listen. And you can use it all year. Like it can stay open all year. It's a water feature and a swimming pool. And I will save for 5 years if I have to get one of those suckers. Because, oh my gosh, there's people with insane versions. Like mine would definitely be like a normal size one. So don't go to YouTube and be like, wow, Nisha, that's not what ours will probably look like. It'll be like a little stream and a little swimming hole. Anyways, yes, all that nonsense just to say, yes, I want a swimming pool, but not a normal one. Because Nisha is not normal. That's so funny. Yuck, I would not swim with fish. Have you never been to the ocean? Have you never been to a lake? Where do you live? Fish are not going to do anything to you. Unless there's a gar in there, then yeah, I don't want to swim with a gar either, although I have multiple times. I've also swum with alligators when I lived in Florida. That's so funny. You put koi in there. It's not just like random fish. They're koi, which are like a kind of carp. That's so funny. I don't want to swim with fish. John, that's different. It's not different. It's exactly the same. They're not insured. They're not what? Oh, Esther, thank you so much. Yeah, I've swum with alligators. Could see one. At night, we would swim in too. The entire time, I would be like, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. An alligator's going to bite off my leg. And they make the weirdest sounds. If you live in Florida or Louisiana or somewhere where there are gators, how do you describe that sound? I don't even know how to describe that. Right, Heartland? The name of the guy is on YouTube as the Pond Guy. That's his name on YouTube. Let me see if I can. Whoop, that's me. The Pond Guy. Greg. Did I say Greg? I said a whole bunch of names. Jeff, Chad, Brad. Greg Whitstock, the Pond Guy. Someone tell him I'm looking for him. Send him my way. Maybe he'll do a collaboration with me. That would be cool. Because he's on YouTube. Teamwork makes the dream work. You should put trout in there. Then you can eat them for sure. Chris says gator bites are carnivore and yummy. I love gator bites. Now, technically, they're not carnivore if you go to a restaurant and order them because they're definitely battered in flour. But you could batter them in pork rinds, pork panko, and Parmesan cheese, and I bet it would be delicious. Oh, I love gator. I love crawfish. I love a lot of things I can't eat anymore that involve crawfish, like etouffee and jambalaya and gumbo. Man, I love New Orleans food. I've only been there one time, and man, it really made an impact. Yeah, Delane says in Louisiana, we swim all kinds of creepy crawly things. Yeah. In the swamp, in the bayou. Right? More exposure for his channel wouldn't be a bad trade-off. I think that is exactly what he should. Come on, me and you, Greg. Where you at, Greg? John says, I've never tried gator or crawfish. Oh, they're so good. What are you drinking? How much Celtic salt is safe to drink in lemon water? This is lemon water with Element electrolytes. There's 1,000 milligrams of sodium in this packet. How much salt tastes good for you in your water? If it tastes like too much salt or is too salty or makes you nauseous or you don't like it, then that's too much. Just use nature's instincts. Linda said, I don't know how to describe the alligator sound, but I can make the sound. Let me see if I can do it. It's like something like that. It is so weird. The first time I heard it, I was like, what is that? And the kids I was with were like, they were teenagers. We were teenagers. Like, that's an alligator. I was like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. I was like, Lynn says, it's very hard being carnivore in Louisiana. I bet. It's about time for y'all to start doing your crawfish bowls and all that. I would love to. I haven't been to one in, such a long time. They're fun. Frog legs. Betsy said, yeah, my grandpa loved frog legs. My country is showing today. I didn't eat frog legs. But there were frog legs around. Like, there's a restaurant right up the road, and there's frog legs to this day on the buffet. And they're very popular. Moaning grunt is something like that. TYG. Do you use electrolytes while fasting? If yes, how long? Thanks. I don't fast. I don't like fasting. I don't have a reason to fast. Like, fasting is, for specific things. I guess you could fast for fun. I don't find it fun. And I don't really I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just eating healthy for my body to feel my best. And I do. Lots of people fast and they use the unflavored types of electrolytes because these don't have sweetener. So you're not going to spike your insulin. Even if it's a stevia or a keto-friendly sweetener, some people suspect that it could still spike your insulin a little, probably not enough to matter. But a true fast is going to just involve water, plain water with electrolytes that have no sweetener in them, black coffee. If you want to really dig into fasting, I'm sure you know who Jason Fung is, but Dr. Jason Fung is I would say, the top fasting guru out there in this health space. Right. I fast when I'm asleep. But if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. Truly hungry, I'm going to eat unless I'm busy. And then I'll be fasting, but I'll be mad about it. I'll be like, I didn't plan on fasting. When you plan, you can kind of prepare mentally and you can eat more fat the day before. And there's lots of tips and tricks people do. This fly. Oh my goodness. How many times a day do you eat? Depends on the day, honestly. I would say for the most part, I eat 2 true meals a day, but then I always get hungry right before bed. And then I'll eat something like a hot dog, or I'll make some sausage patties, or I'll eat whatever's left over from earlier. So sometimes I'll cook 3 steaks, and I won't eat 3 steaks, obviously, but then I get hungry before bed, so I'll eat the rest of that. So technically that's 3 meals, but I don't really count I don't keep up with that kind of stuff like a lot of people do. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it or that you shouldn't keep up with that. I just don't. I just eat when I'm hungry. And if I'm not hungry, I don't eat. And I do not care what time it is at all. Because that doesn't change anything for me. Like, I'm meeting all my goals. I'm feeling amazing. That's just how I eat. Hello, Dr. Nelson. Burrows. I need to add hot dogs to the list. I know. Get clean ones. Count the carbs. Always turn it over because, like, Some hot dogs have a lot of carbs in them. That's not the kind of hot dogs I'm eating. I'm not eating like high quality fancy hot dogs either, but they are very like 1 carb per hot dog. Right. Do you lean more keto or carnivore? I am what you would call a ketovore, which means I eat mostly meat, and then the sides for my meat are things like egg salad. Egg salad has pickles in it and onions, so technically that is not carnivore, but it is absolutely not a vegetable either. It's a lot of fat and protein. I also would have a side of grilled onions, which is not carnivore. I'm a weirdo. I am whatever I am, which I just called meat-based, so this ketovore meat-based. I'm not carnivore and I'm not keto. Because the keto people tell me I'm not doing it right because I'm not whatever. And the carnivore people say you're not a carnivore because there's a pickle on your plate and an onion. And then there's just the normal people who are like, I like to eat that way too. Not saying carnivores and ketos aren't normal. I mean the extremists that come for me because of the pickle and the onion. Dr. Barry called me Briar Rose during his interview with Dr. Unwin. That's because we do have a Briar Rose, and I bet he thinks that you guys are the same person because he's not as in tune as I am. Briar Rose is. Were you watching earlier? Because she's here. There she is. Were you watching his live stream earlier too? Yeah, I don't like titles either. For the sake of YouTube, I find them necessary. To be able to like educate people that there is a version of eating that is not a crazy. I'm not crazy and I don't care what you eat, but here's how I eat, and it's fairly rational, I think. I think meat and fat is really good, and I like a good Caesar salad sometimes, and onions and tomatoes, and every now and then, a Diet Coke when I go to, dinner, and a margarita sometimes. I'm a rational. Somebody told me today I'm a carnivore with benefits. I'm not an extremist. I think an average person eating a meat-based diet looks similar to me more than they look similar to someone who is pure carnivore. This fly! I'm gonna kill it. Christine says, I eat ketovore just like you, and I love it. Ketovores unite. You know what I have not made? A ketovore sweatshirt. Why haven't I done that? Should I make one? Would y'all like a ketovore sweatshirt? What would be on it? Ketovore? Queen? Saskia guy. Nisha, I have Hashimoto's too, and my antibodies are also around 200. My cholesterol, inflammation markers, and inflammation are all optimal. What are you planning to do to bring down antibodies? My antibodies are not 200 anymore. That was in January, I think, when I had those labs drawn. Yeah, they're back down. The reason they were up is because I had a very stressful October, November, December. I had like really, really stressful. Really stressful. I ate off plan for the holidays. I had way more to drink than I normally have to drink. I was not sleeping well at all. And yeah, that's going to make your antibodies and your whole body flare up and feel awful. And I did not feel good. I feel amazing now. My antibodies are not 200. All I did was clean up what I was eating. I knew exactly what I was doing wrong. So I would say if you have a lot of stress in your life, start managing it. I didn't get rid of the stress. Well, part of it went away, but most of it I could have given in. Definitely. I could have given in and become more and more and more stressed out and unmanaged, but I didn't. I didn't spiral. I didn't allow myself to spiral. And I knew I was letting things creep in that shouldn't creep in. So I got rid of that and started getting my sleep, because sleep for me is the number one thing that will send me down. Man, it'll get me down. If I skip out on my sleep, I'm 100% going to get sick. I mean, real sick, bad, flare up, feel like I'm dead. Sleep is important. So that's how I managed mine, but I knew exactly what was happening. Ketovore with benefits. Stress and anxiety are nickelboops. I totally agree, Briar. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off here because I have another live at 5 o'clock inside the coaching group. So if you're in the PhD Pro community, in the 90-day challenge community, I will be doing a live Q&A, going over all of our stuff to get ready for our 90-day carnivore elimination diet challenge. What does that mean, you ask? You use carnivore as a tool, an elimination diet, and then you do a reintroduction to figure out what foods your body reacts to, if you're sensitive to it a lot, a little, or none at all, so you can build your own proper human diet. Carnivore can be a tool. Carnivore can be a diet. Carnivore can be a lifestyle. It all depends on what you need and what you want. So if you want to come hang out with us, here is the website you can go to, phdhealth.community. Pick the pro group. That's the one where I'm going to be and all the challenge content is. If you're already in there, I'll see you tonight. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet and you love all this crazy nonsense, then I would love to have you here on my channel for the next live.